But before going to this case, there is something which is always accompanied with sine rule, cosine rule, which is area of a triangle. You remember area of a triangle, you took it maybe in year 4, it is half base times height. These are the 3 cases of area of a triangle. If in a right angle triangle, half base times height are these 2 sides, okay? Forming the right angle, half base times height. In this case of an acute angle triangle, this is the whole base. Don't divide it into 2 triangles. You just take the full triangle. This is the full base, and this is the perpendicular height. They should form a letter T, okay? It is half base times perpendicular height. About the obtuse angle triangle, this angle is obtuse, so the height will be behind. It will be outside the triangle, no problem. But take care, the base is only the highlighted one. Half base times the perpendicular height. But now in grade 10, 11, and 12, we will deal with triangles having no height given. If the height is not given, how to find the area of the triangle? It's easy. Half AB sine C. Say it. Half AB sine C. Again, half AB sine C. What are the givens if no right angle? He will give you 2 sides and included angle, like the case of cosine rule. Given 2 sides and included angle, you just multiply half times side times side times sine, the included angle. Half times side times sine, the included angle. And now let's see question number 1. In question number 1, it's from real life. The triangular area ABC is part of Henry's garden. He gave you the side lengths AB equals 9, BC equals 6 meters, and the angle BAC is 95 degrees. It means he gave me 2 sides and included angle. No height is given, but we can do it. Henry puts a fence along AC and plants vegetables in the triangular area ABC. Calculate the length of the fence AC, and then calculate the area for vegetables. So now the first case, the first question, calculate the length of the fence AC. It means when he gives you 2 sides and included angle, you have to use cosine rule to find this side length. And then for the same givens, he will ask you in part B, find the area of the vegetables using the same givens, which is half side times sine, the included angle. Now let's go. The first part of the question is cosine rule. Here we use cosine rule, and here for the area of the triangle. Length of the side AC. As usual, let's highlight the 2 sides forming the angle. What's given? 2 sides and included. Make it like that. Okay, given 2 sides and included angle. Say it again. Given 2 sides and included angle. How to start? The length of the fence AC. You write AC squared equals 9 squared plus 6 squared minus twice 9 into 6 into cosine, the included angle, 95. Da-da-da. It's so nice. Let's say it again. You need to find this one. Take care. You start as if it's Pythagoras Theorem, but there is no right angle, no Pythagoras, okay? As if you're calculating the hypotenuse, you say this 1 squared equals 9 squared plus 6 squared. This is the start. Then minus twice 9 into 6 into cosine 95. Take care, it's cosine rule. Never make this mistake by writing here sine instead of cosine. Now, you just calculate it without details. Do it on one shot on the calculator, please. Let's go. Hold your calculators. You're not watching without working. You have to work. Math needs working. Written working to be excellent. 9 squared plus 6 squared minus twice 9 into 6 into cosine 95. Da-da-da. Now, AC squared, remember it is still squared, you didn't find the square root. It is 126.4. If you forgot to click the square root, you will find the dimension, the new dimension is not logic. Because one side is 9, the other is 6, impossible that the third is 100 and something. Yes, so now you click root, answer equal. Yes, this is reasonable. AC equals square root of your answer, which is 126.4. Actually, you don't rewrite it. It's already written. You click root, answer, equal. I want you to use the button answer a lot. So it's 11.2 meters. After, of course, three significant figures because it's a side length. After we found it, now he need to find the area of this whole triangle. To find the area, we need to say, what is the rule now of the area? Half AB sine C. Area equals half AB sine C. But I don't write the word half AB sine C. It is just substitution. Half multiplied by 9 multiplied by 6 multiplied by sine the included angle. Take care, this is sine, but this is the cosine rule. They are different, completely different, okay? So now half multiplied by side multiplied by side multiplied by sine the included angle, which is 95. It will be 26.897, rounded to be 26.9 meters squared. That's all for all the cases we set, which is sine rule, cosine rule, area of a triangle. But we need to find a question that connects all these topics. Question 18 is a good example. He used to combine two triangles, so you can use sine rule in one of them, use cosine rule in the other one, and maybe he will ask about the area, by the way, so use everything we took. How many marks? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 marks, wow. Because it is in paper 4. Now let's start. Calculate the area of triangle ABD. Of course, you have to read it nicely. ABCD is a quadrilateral, BD is a diagonal. This is BD. AB is 26, BD is 24 centimeters. Angle ABD is 40 degrees, and angle CBD is 40 degrees, and angle CDB is 30 degrees. Calculate the area of triangle ABD. Be very careful. Area of triangle ABD, I highlighted. ABD, ABD, okay, this one. Did he give me two sides and included angle? Yes, this is a side and this is a side. And this is an included angle. Da-da-da. So we use half AB sine C. Say it, half AB sine C. Now we need to find the area of the triangle without writing the rule. It is just area equals half multiplied by side, multiplied by side, multiplied by sine, the included angle. So simple. 24, 26, 40. Yes, half multiplied by side, multiplied by side, multiplied by sine, the included angle. So the area will be 200.5. Why did I write it like that? It should be three significant figures or more. Calculate the length of AD. Where is AD? AD? Oh, it is this one. AD in the same triangle, which is only he gave me. What are the givens? Two sides and included angle. Watch me. If given two sides and included angle, use cosine rule. Say it. If given two sides and included angle, use cosine rule. It's impossible to use sine rule in this yellow shaded triangle. Impossible. 100% it's cosine rule. So this one, we use cosine rule. And in the blue one, the givens show that we use the sine. Okay? Because in the upper one, triangle CDB, in this triangle CDB, it is not given It's not given two sides and included angle. It's given two angles and a connected side. When do we use cosine rule? If three sides are given, or two sides and included angle. Other than that, it is sine rule. Now calculate the length of AD, so it's cosine rule. AD squared, you don't name it X, it has a name. AD squared equals the two sides, you start with them as if it's Pythagoras theorem. 24 squared plus 26 squared minus twice 24 into 26 into cosine the included angle. AD squared is worth 4 marks. AD squared, you have to show all these steps. AD squared equals something, then AD is square root of your answer. Now let's go. 24 squared plus 26 squared minus twice 24 into 26 into cosine 40 degrees. Close brackets equals. It will be 200. It will be 295.977. 295.977. I just write it as rounded, but simply I click square root of answer equal. Does it make sense to be 17 point something? Yes, it does make sense because the triangle is the length of the other two sides are 20 something. So now calculate the length of BC. We went to the other triangle, the blue one. BC, then you shift to the other triangle and use the sine rule and say dash equals dash. Side over sine equals side over sine. There is a trick. We need to find angle C first. That's why it's worth 4 marks, although it's sine rule. Sine rule is always worth 3 marks. But when there is 4 marks, you have to suspect something big. Why 4 marks? Sure, there is something additional. I should find it first, which is angle C. How to find angle C? Just 180 minus. So angle C equals 180 minus plus 30 plus 40. 180 minus 70, it is 110. You should write it immediately in the drawing, 110. No need for imagination, please. Any information you got, you have to write it on the diagram. Even this 17.2 on AD, you write it. Maybe he will ask afterwards about the perimeter of the field, the perimeter of the quadrilateral, for example. And now we need to find the missing side, which is CB. CB divided by sine the opposite angle, which is sine 30. Okay, side over sine equals side. No other option. You have to use the 24. That's why we calculated the opposite angle, which is 110 over sine 110. So side over sine, which is CB. Watch me pointing. Side over sine equals side over sine. CB over sine 30 equals 24 over sine the opposite angle, which is 110. Now fraction equals fraction, then cross multiplication. We can draw a line with a ruler, vertical line, and write here CB equals a long dash divided by the number connected to the unknown, which is sine 110. So it's 24 into sine 30. 24 sine 30, use the button, which is the fraction button, and write above 24 sine 30, close brackets. Divided, here usually the calculator opens a bracket for the angle, okay? 24 sine 30 divided by sine 110, close bracket, equal. CB, you got it. It is 12.8 centimeters. I'll write it here on the diagram. Maybe I will. The third question is very important. What is the definition of the shortest distance? The shortest distance from a point to a line, the shortest distance from point C to the line BD, it means the perpendicular distance. Okay, I prefer to extract the triangle like that. Here is the triangle, and here are the information. C, D, 30 degrees, 110 degrees, 24 centimeters, and V, and 40 degrees. The shortest distance from a point to a line is the perpendicular distance. The shortest distance from a point to a line is the perpendicular distance. We usually use this triangle because simply we have here this 12.8 given. Okay, and we call this perpendicular as X. So we need to use the 12.8 if it was stored on our calculator. Of course, it's preferable to use it. Now, to find the shortest distance, extract this yellow triangle. You will use SOHCAHTOA because there is a right angle. Remember, when there is a right angle, we are allowed to use SOHCAHTOA or Pythagoras Theorem. So this triangle, we have here the angle, which is the 40 degrees. We have this hypotenuse, and we need the opposite. So what is the relation? Remember, SOHCAHTOA. It is so because we need to find the opposite. So we write here sine 40 degrees equals the opposite, which is x, over 12.8. If we need to find 12.8 and we didn't store it on the calculator, we can simply calculate it once again. It will be found in a second. 24 sine 30, because we need accuracy in our work in order not to lose any mark. 24 sine 30 divided by sine 110, close brackets, equals 24 sine 30 over sine 110 equals, it is 12.77 actually, okay? I prefer to write it in full detail. Actually, I use the bottom answer. Okay, now fraction equals fraction, then cross multiplication. So now you draw a vertical line, be organized, and write here x equals a long dash divided by the number connected to the unknown. The number connected to the unknown, it's 1. So no need for distraction dash. It is simply 12.77 sine 40. So it is on the display now in full detail. 12.77013327. You just write answer times sine 40. So simple. The answer will be 8.208, rounded to be 8.21. That's all for today. Thank you so much. See you on the next video. 3D trigonometry. Bye bye.